Panhandle, moved down here for college, traveled a lot, graduated from Ruidoso, New Mexico. Started in culinary age 16 as a head pastry chef, and then just kind of got stuck in the passion of it. Other than that, pretty simple when it comes to the things.
Yeah.
This place was basically just trying to be a collective of all different talents and things that I've done over the years, like art, stage work, music, food, and adding the bar.
So, is there a Simone?
No.
No?
There is no one named Simone. Except for Nina Simone.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Maybe you guys had named it.
Where it was named from.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice. That makes me like it even more.
Well, my mother used to play Nina Simone when I was a child, and it was kind of one of those happy memories in the back of your mind kind of things.
Yeah.
So it's like every time I hear it, it kind of has that happy place, so I wanted to name it. Plus I didn't want to name it after myself. So I picked something that meant something to me.
Nice. So you're the general manager? Are you like part owner too?
I am full owner.
Oh wow, nice. Cool. So that works out. What do you think sets Simone's apart from other places that are on the square?
Well, for general, we're trying to be more of a community center than an actual bar or restaurant. I mean, that's the first Friday of every month, we're going to be hosting a cocktail party for the artists. Nice. Because the gallery will rotate every month.
Sweet.
And so the first of the month, we're going to be throwing that cocktail party, get to meet the artists, discuss, do the whole artsy thing. Plus, we're going to be selling all the artwork. Starting from now on, we're going to be having prices and stuff up with them. And we're not going to be charging sales fees. Most places charge 40 or 50% of the profits, and we're not going to.
Well,
I think that's a total rip-off. Mostly because, as an artist trying to put my own work out, you're going to charge me half my profits just to display it when I'm filling your walls. And so I look at it from the point of view of they're doing me a favor by filling up my wall space, and so my return in that is to sell it.
Nice. So that's really nice. Cool. So is it all going to be students, art students, or just graduates? Doesn't matter?
Anyone who wishes to submit can.
That's cool.
So I mean, I have my banker's mother is going to be emailing me some submissions, as well as.
Do you have anything on the walls?
Yes, the koi fish by the front door is mine.
Oh, I like that one. So yeah, that's cool.
And I do plan on putting some of my own in, but I'm trying to add them in slowly rather than putting all my stuff up. I don't want any bias or, and we're also talking with some different art collectives around the area. There's the Ghost Town Art Collective, and then there's the one that is on the Jago. They have a studio over on Jago, and it's, I can't remember what it's called, but I'm talking with them and seeing about hosting them for a month, or pick a month and do only them, or, kind of do collective shows.
I guess, so how do you choose to book your bands? I mean,
Well, as of right now, we're doing it as a council.
Oh, yeah?
So it's like all the bartenders or anybody in the staff that wants to participate, we hold a meeting on Mondays at 3:30 to basically go over who's got suggestions, who has any complaints or any information. Basically, that way everybody gets to contribute, and that way it also encourages or ensures the fact that we have an eclectic sound.
Nice.
Because all of my staff has a different opinion of what they would like to do.
Yeah, so you get a nice variety.
Right.
That's good.
And they all have good connections.
Yeah, so they're all bartenders. Speaking of the bar, I've been here probably like 3 times so far, and it's always been BYOB, or you also have the bar open, but is that going to change? Or is that
Yes. We're currently getting everything lined up to have our TABC certification done. But we're kind of just... TABC works slow, and there's so many technicalities of things that have to be in order. So it's one of those, they keep giving me windows, and that keeps getting pushed back. So it's one of those, I'm just telling people, we're getting it eventually.
Nice.
But we're making do with working with loopholes and being able to sell mixers and have complimentary shots. And for large shows, we're going to be getting kegs and selling cups. That way it's endless beer for a cup donation.
Nice.
Which will help just kind of keep the environment that we want. The whole, it is still a bar, but still doing everything by the books.
That's good. So don't you share a kitchen with Vin? No,
we have our own.
Well, that's good. Because I heard that there was a little bit of a scuffle the other day with Vin's owner. Is there a problem since you've moved in, or does it affect business with other businesses? I guess.
When we first moved in, I made it very clear what my intentions to do with the business was.
Yeah.
And yeah, some issues have come up. They've changed their hours to later on Fridays and Saturdays, even though we told them that we wanted to start shows right after they closed. Then they extended their hours and they want us to keep the noise down even longer.
Oh.
And we also told them that we wanted to be a smoking lounge. And if there were any problems with that, he should have told us beforehand, but it's turned out to have some issues. And he wants us to be non-smoking, but that would really kind of hurt our business being a lounge.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, Denton's a very high smoking town. And I mean, we've tried to work as much as possible. We were allowing smoking throughout the entire restaurant, and it was an issue with them, so we confined the smoking to only the black tile, and it still turned out to be an issue. So we went and got air purifiers to help cut out smoke and filter it out, and it was still a problem, and so we tried to shrink it even more to where it's just the front table and the sofa and outside. But it seems to be that he doesn't want to bend at all, and he doesn't want to compromise. He just wants it his way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And so hopefully that can be resolved without it having to be legal, but it's still all pending with that.
Yeah, hopefully it works out.
I hope so too. Unfortunately, that night there were some issues, and a lot of those people that were standing out there smoking were his patrons as well.
Oh.
So I hope it doesn't turn out too bad.
Yeah. Well, to go from that, I guess, where do you see Simone Lounge in a year from now?
We're starting to pick up larger shows. We have a mid/mainstream band coming through on the 15th or the 13th of June. A group called Paleo is touring around doing they're touring, promoting their newest release.
What is it? Paleo?
Paleo.
Oh, I think I've heard of it.
They're kind of a folk art style of music, and they contacted us wanting to perform here.
Nice.
So just taking that as a start out and thinking that we're picking up a good buzz when it comes to the music venues.
So are you, because like we had the Boiler Room and they did a lot of touring acts, and now they've kind of cut out the touring acts and they're
trying to do all local.
Are you going to go the opposite direction and try to get touring acts?
Our main plan was to we would like to schedule a touring act maybe once a month, mid or mainstream once a month, and then the rest of the month will be filled with local bands, live performances by like open mic nights or whatever, just to kind of build interest and just to keep the music industry or the music buzz going for local bands and such.
Well, that's good.
And we're trying to be very eclectic in our music styles. I mean, for Fridays and Saturdays, we're keeping it more mellow with like jazz ensembles and more acoustical styles. And then Thursdays and Fridays are our main concert nights, mostly because Big News is closed, or supposed to close at 10 o'clock on Thursday. But we're basically just trying to work with the schedule and try to be as accommodating as we can, but still have our music venue.
Well, that's good. That's good. Let's see. What's been the biggest obstacle to get this place off the ground?
Honestly, I think the biggest thing is we're trying not to advertise. We're trying to be community oriented. I mean, we're not taking out ads in places. We're doing interviews. We're doing charity functions. We're trying to promote the art world. We're trying to be known for that and for our food rather than for, $5 off, cheap prices.
Yeah.
So I mean, mostly it's that because it's a slow growth form, but it's a more secure growth.
Yeah, you have like a real clientele base.
Right. We're trying to build a following And plus, with our timing, we really wanted to be open on April 15th when we had a soft opening, but we got pushed back, and so premiering right as summer begins, so we're hitting Denton right at the driest spell that Denton has.
Yeah, how has that kind of affected your initial opinions of how you're going to do?
Honestly, it's the reason why we started out with the skeleton crew.
Yeah.
We started out very minimalistically with our staff and trying to be as efficient and zero waste as possible. Which is also why we use the Labu POS system.
Yeah.
Is because it really does help. It does inventory as well as our POS and everything. So it helps us keep everything, or very good records of everything.
I guess one last question, I guess, would be if you could get any band ever to play on your stage, who would it be?
Who would I want?
Yeah.
Regina Spektor.
Regina Spektor?
I would want Regina Spektor, but I could probably never afford her. But I can wish.
Maybe you could get her to do like a secret show.
Well, see, I would like that. I mean, like, the goal that I'm really trying for when it comes to the mid to mainstream bands is I would like us to be that acoustic setting that the big bands like to play because it's so small.
Yeah.
It's like their jam session style,
Yeah.
not their concert style.
That's cool.
So, I mean, it's a concert for us, but for them, it'd be like a jam session.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
And that's my main goal, is to do that. And if we could start attracting those mid or mainstream bands that would like to do acoustics, that would be our primary goal, is to do that.
That's cool. Well, I guess that's probably good. Well, thank you.
No, thank you, man.
All right.